Dr. Kemi Lawrence, I did a docu-series called Persecuted IJ, Chapter 1 to 12, on how I went to Port Harcourt Prison and Iyabo Ojo's involvement. And every single detail was in the chapter 1 through 12, and many of you saw it. I never posted it on Twitter, I never posted it on X, and I never posted it on Instagram. I'm really no longer on Instagram, but I might open it back only because some of you have a presence there. But in the chapter 1 to 12, a lot of people now understood why I dislike Iyabo Ojo. And I don't want to say I hate her. Hate is a strong word. I dislike her because of what she did and how she renewed the whole fact that she kept me in the prison, something I didn't even know until the Mobad case came and a police officer contacted me. Now, I haven't really told my journey in the prison. I've only told the Yabo side of it. What I saw in the prison was phenomenal. And of course, the 30 days in Port Harcourt after I left prison. I didn't go to Ibadan right away. But I do want to make this Persecuted IJ chapter 13. And this one is coming because of Fisayo Soyombo. I think I have to put this down today. Fisayo Soyombo is an investigative journalist in Nigeria that the Nigerian customs, the Nigerian prison, and other parastatals are well familiar with. Fisayo was arrested and they said he's been in the custody of the Nigerian army for the last 3 days. Today is the 29th of November, 2024. If he's been with the army for 3 days and the army could not even put out a statement or a video or something, it's a disgrace because you know that the army is betraying we the people and they are not doing their job. Now, that being said, let me explain this to you right now. A few minutes ago, the army released a statement saying, yeah, he's with them and he was arrested in an illegal bunkering site. They have not said details. I'll be waiting for those details. But on that note, I would love to tell you why I think Fisayo might be in Port Harcourt. He might be investigating oil bunkering. And this is long overdue because you would not see all the media personalities and the media journalists from all the mainstream media houses on this. None of them have actually gone out and say, let us investigate what's going on with this oil bunkering activities. That being said, let me explain this to you. And I don't need to. A lot of the media houses are owned by the same politicians and businessmen. Most of the political elites and the royal elites, okay? This is what's going on in Port Harcourt. So when I left the prison, okay, I was staying with Alabo Graham Douglas at one of his hotels and at his house. I was going back and forth and all that. I ate dinner there every night before we went to the crusade at Pastor Biomi's church and different things. That being said, I discovered some things because when I was at the hotel, I would go out to explore Port Harcourt and see what's going on. I would mingle with the masses. Some of you fans in Port Harcourt recognize me in the markets and stuff. But there was a time I went 3 days to see oil bunkering in the forests and at the ports and things like that. I just went to where the oil installations is. I wanted to see everything while I was there. So this prison armed squad guy, I'm trying not to say his name. He only did this for me. I didn't ask him, but he felt that I might be unsafe and he wanted to protect me. So the prison armed squad guys carry AK-47 and he'll pick me up at my hotel every day for the 3 days with the big gun. The AK-47 was always in the back seat and his friend was with us. And his friend was a police officer, off duty. Both of them were off duty. They had AK-47s. An army, a police officer and a prison squad officer. So it's not like they're working for the government. They were off duty. So they'll take me out and everything protects me. And then they'll bring me back to my hotel and they'll come the next day. 3 days straight I did that with them. Then I went back to Ibadan. A lot of things are stored in my brain. Okay, a lot of things are stored in papers in that box over there. But many things have not been transcribed and put out for Nigerians to see my story. I saw a lot in Port Harcourt. But on that note, I've not written the book. I've done a docu-series. I'm not a book writer. I'm more like someone that talks. On that note, because of Fisayo's case here, I decided to say this today. All right? Some of the stuff I witnessed in the forest of Port Harcourt, I mean, young Igbo boys, young Ikweri and Ogoni boys, young Nigerians are supposed to be having like good jobs, working in real refineries. They were refining oil in the forest. They were in there refining oil in the forest. In the forest, they were making petrol. A very dangerous job. All bunkering was going on. All bunkering is when you like move oil or fuel into a ship, from a tanker, from a ship to ship. You know how bunkering is. But what they call oil bunkering in Nigeria is actually called illegal oil bunkering. They're stealing oil, okay? They're stealing oil from oil installations, from ships, from, rigs and all that. They even have their own little rig attached to it. You've seen this stuff. The theft of oil is rampant in Nigeria, but you don't know who's stealing it. And sometimes you see some Chinese, some Lebanese arrested and all that. It's not just them. They know we can't refine this thing ourselves. They know it's not a job we can teach somebody easily. So they know how to steal it. Even your Shell, your Chevrons, your Texaco, they've all stolen our oil. So, but this illegal one is really amazing. So the rich people in northern Nigeria, they don't want to pay for petrol at the pump. They have all their black SUVs, the royal elite, all the kings and all their cars. And then you have all the elites, the politicians, and all their black SUVs, the governors and all, the senators and all. Yes, the governors, the senators, the northern elite. What they now do is all these young kids, most of them were Igbos, a lot of Igbos are in Port Harcourt. They will now be desperate for pennies. They didn't pay them a whole lot, all body full of black crude oil. And when the petrol is ready, flammable as hell, the black suit is in the sky. The whole sky looks dark in Port Harcourt like it's going to rain. Your hotel room, where you touch the table of your hotel room or the chair and your hands is black. It's everywhere in Port Harcourt. You need to know how these things work. So at the end of the day, they've polluted the environment, major pollution. Everyone knows that asthma is rampant, coughing, everything. People are going to the church, to BM's church and other churches, to go get prayed for because of respiratory diseases. And in the end, the petrol is going in a tanker to some rich person in northern Nigeria. From what I studied, they were making at least 20 million naira worth of petrol. And this is 2017, 2018. If somebody is producing 20 million naira worth of petrol, in 2017 and 2018, petrol was like, how much was petrol? 100 naira per liter or even less. Imagine, 20 million is a lot. And it's going to the rich people that are going to use it for their cars. You have to really think well what's going on in Nigeria. They don't want to buy petrol at the pump. You are the ones that buy it at the pump for your generator for your cars. The northern elite is stealing from Nigeria big time when it comes to petrol. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not tribal. I just tell the truth about every tribe. Okay? I don't know what you mean by tribe. I'm detribalized. But that petrol from Port Harcourt is going to the north. It's still going on. All that one you're fighting. Dangote said this one, Palita 1,000. Port Harcourt refinery is even higher than Dangote, 75 naira higher. This one refinery, all that one's for you, the people. The rich people don't pay for petrol at the pump. I'm only letting you know now. Okay? Don't forget, I'm a daughter of a high-ranking politician in the ruling party of every government. At the end of the day, I saw myself, what my father would have told me. I went to see myself. Shout out to the two officers. Y'all take care of me. So basically, if a journalist was arrested at the site, they don't want that journalist to see a lot. That's the only reason they are holding Fisayo Soyombo. He saw things that could not be seen, and he'll probably report it. That's why they're holding him. Nothing must happen to Fisayo. I'm warning the Nigerian army. Nothing. I've already called CPJ in South Africa, CPJ Africa, and I've called CPJ in New York. They're on it. Okay? Nothing must happen to Fisayo Soyombo. His job is to expose all these atrocities, all these thefts, all this corruption